Hello and welcome to Module 2, The Performance. So everything that you've done up until now was in the prelude stage. So now we're going to talk about the performance, which is the D-Day and the interview itself. I'm pretty excited and I hope you are too. Remember, take a lot of notes, practice, and let's get started. So the first lesson is showing up. Like if you don't show up, there's no interview. That's a given. So what do you do to show up? Check out the location and calculate travel time before the day of the interview. So a lot of times you may live in the suburbs and you need to travel downtown for an interview. Don't just assume that if it takes you 30 minutes to drive there on the weekend, it's going to be the same during the week or during rush hour. So make sure you know exactly how long it's going to take you to get there. Your choice of transportation. Are you going to be taking the bus, the train? Are you going to be walking, biking? Is there parking? Make sure you work out the logistics before the day. You don't want to be looking for where to park and then you're feeling all stressed out and then, it just ruins the whole day. So make sure that you plan ahead how you're going to get there, where you're going to park, and what that looks like and how long it's going to take you so you can plan adequately. Arrive early and always have a buffer. So let's say, for instance, they've said to you, the interview is at 9 a.m. and it's going to be for like an hour. So that's 10. Plan for it to last till 11 and arrive early. Don't arrive at 7 a.m. No, arrive 10 to 15 minutes before the interview time so that you're sat down feeling very calm and collected, and you can sit down and put your thoughts together, take a deep breath, have a glass of water, and be ready to go for your performance. Dressing. This is one point that people always make a mistake with. We know that these days most organizations are dressed down, casual. Yes, when you get the job. At the interview stage, you need to show up as your best self. You need to put your best foot forward. That is not the time to show up in shorts or flip-flops or casual t-shirt or a t-shirt that has holes in it or ripped jeans. That's not the time. During the interview, it's better for you to err on the side of professional. So for men, that could be a dress shirt or maybe a jacket, going as far as a tie. Yes, for certain roles, they require you to wear a tie, but for most roles, just a jacket or a shirt and pants and slacks will work. For ladies, keep it simple, pair of pants, a shirt or a blouse. If you want to wear a jacket, that's fine, or a dress with a jacket, that's fine too. Keep the colors to a minimum. Now is not the time to have all the colors of the rainbow on your outfit, even though it's nice and there's a time and place for that. But at the interview, stick to plain, simple colors. So do the whites, do the blacks, the blue, you can do gray. Keep your colors nice and simple, and then stay away from heavy prints. So animal prints, leopard skin, too many patterns. It's just very distracting for the interviewer. Yeah, some people might like it, but it's better to be safe. So keep your styles simple and err on the side of business or professional. The next thing I want to talk about is your resume. I see so many times people show up to the interview without copies of their resumes. Yes, a lot of the hiring managers and interviewers may have received your resume electronically, and it's always good to have a couple of copies handy just in case they decide to pull someone else in at the last minute, or maybe they haven't had time to print a copy. So just go along with 3 copies of your resume, because you never know. It just shows that you're prepared and you know exactly what it is you're coming for. So always have a couple of copies of your resume at hand. Have a pen and paper. You go in there, you're learning about them the same way they're learning about you. It always looks nice and professional when you're out there taking notes as they're talking, because it shows that they're listening. Because a lot of people, when you listen, you write, you retain. So show that this is how I'll be working if you hired me and I'm at meetings. I will take notes, I will ask questions, and I'll be attentive. So always have a pen and paper handy to take notes. And at the end of it all, you may need to get their email addresses anyway. So better to have a pen and a paper. So those are just a few tips that you can use when you're preparing for your interview on the D-Day. So this is how you show up to be your best possible self. So now we're going to move on to lesson 2.